All right. So, I want to get something off my mind because it's been on my mind for the last 3-4 days, and it bothers me. I received this DM. That's why I've turned off my comments and stopped receiving messages, because I got this really weird message that just accused me of so many lies, and I'm not in the drama community. I don't know what's being said about me, but they just accused me of the worst things, and none of what they said was true. And I can say that everything they accused me of, I can prove is an utter lie. But I don't. It's been a while since I've given an update on the meds I'm taking, because a lot of people are interested in these meds who are pain patients, which I am a pain patient. That's one thing they said, was I'm lying about my health. No, I'm not. I am a pain patient. I have osteoarthritis. I have fibromyalgia. And then I suffer from mental illness too. Borderline personality disorder, which comes with anxiety, depression. I also have CPTSD, and I am being treated by a therapist, and I'm very grateful to her, because she really has helped me in a lot of ways, and I've been seeing her for the last few months. But I don't need to explain myself at all about my life. I can prove everything in the court of law if I need to. What I say is true. People need to stop, and I don't want this to sound derogatory toward anyone in particular, but people really need to learn that what they think about someone or what they assume about someone may not be true. It may be that they're putting their assumptions out there instead of the truth. And I challenge people, when you hear rumors about other people on the internet, when you hear someone say something about someone on the internet, please ask them to provide you proof. Because a lot of these things, I guess, that is circulating, these people I know cannot prove at all. At all. That I saw in this letter. And I'm not getting into any details. But, I'm on meloxicam. I'm on 15 milligrams of meloxicam. I take it one per day. And I can't have meloxicam not prescribed. It has to be prescribed in order to get meloxicam. Now, if you don't know what meloxicam is, it is a medication for people who suffer from osteoarthritis, I think rheumatoid arthritis too. I'm also on Cymbalta, which is known to be prescribed to people who have fibromyalgia. I'm on the 60 milligrams, so I'm midway into maxing out it. I think the max you can take is 120 milligrams. And then I'm prescribed a, is it cyclobenzaprine? Yeah, cyclobenzaprine. It's a muscle relaxer. And then I'm also on 600 milligrams of gabapentin, and I take that 3 times a day. Now, I don't know how I can take all these medications and I can prove this in the court of law whenever I get money and I can sue someone, because I'm just, if anything Trump teach us, it's to not slander people. If anything Trump teaches you, it's not to slander people. And I can prove this stuff in the court of law if I need to. I'm on 600 milligrams of gabapentin 3 times a day. I can't get any of these medications unless I'm suffering from serious ailments of fibromyalgia and osteoarthritis. And I'm telling you the milligrams for those who are actual pain patients like me who do suffer arthritis or fibromyalgia. I know there's a lot of you. You'll know what I'm saying is, wow, that's a lot. Yeah, it is. Because that's how much pain I'm in. I mean, you can go ahead and try to tell people, the things that are provable, okay? But when you start inventing things up that are not true, that's when you go into a territory of slander. Like, not everything you think up is truth. At all. At all. This DM was just, you read the DM.
Yeah.
Can you say it without cussing? How you feel?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't, it's not required that I cuss, but yeah, I understand why you would say that. I mean, literally, like you said it, like it's fiction. Like there's nothing in it that's factual. They state things as if they're factual, and it's us reading them that it's about, and we're like, but no, like none of that happened, and none of that's real.
I know.
Like me leaving you and finding another, and I can't remember what the other part of it was. But there was another part of it that was totally like out of nowhere. Like I don't know where. It's got to be people literally just writing a story with no knowledge of what's happening with us, which would make sense because they need to talk about something. So they got to write their own narrative for a soap opera on their show.
Yes.
Without us even doing videos.
But here's the thing.
Like,
that's called slander. That's not legal.
No. Yeah, it's defamation, man.
It's defamation of character. It's considered harassment since you're doing it on, online and passing it around to people. And it's literally a multi-dollar suit per person who passes this stuff around. Because it destroys lives that much.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't have to tell people to tell the truth. I should not have to tell grown adults to tell the truth. I should not have to tell grown adults that sometimes their imagination gets carried away, and maybe not every thought they have is a fact.
God. I'd really like to have them try and explain to their audiences how they knew that there was a DA investigation of you.
Yeah.
I'd really like to know their proof of how.
No, the thing is that was a lie.
Yeah, obviously. I'm just saying I would love to see them have to give evidence
Yeah.
of
Everything you say to me or about me, give the evidence.
Yeah,
Give the evidence, and I'll own up.
I think that's fair.
But painting me full of lies, just so you can get people to hate me more, just so you can go and emotionally manipulate and abuse their feelings, so they can come to me and attack me with nonsense. You should be ashamed of yourself. Where is your conscience?
Stupid slander. It really is. And the only problem is internet stuff. It's very difficult. But there's clear defamation.
Yes.
And it's been for years and years and years, nonstop. For years. And it's like you don't think this stuff would impact a person's life. Well, guess what? It does. Hi, finally fasting for life. Hello. But yeah. Like 11, 12 years of constant harassment.
Yeah.
In one form or another. And slander every day. Some kind of live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Or video made. One of which, that Shanty for Christ documentary, I'm going to look that up.
I had God tell me, hold your peace. And I was trying to contemplate what that meant. Well, I need a peace of mind. I need to get this out of my system because I've thought it out. It's not a reaction. It's something I've thought out and been thinking about. Because whenever I do something, I think about it long and hard before I actually do it again. Every video I put out lately is deliberate. Because there's some odds and ends on things that need to be cleared up. And some people are getting away with slandering others. And it really needs to stop because it's not funny, it's not silly. It can get you in a lot of trouble, slandering someone. And I'm not saying this to be condescending. I'm saying this because it's like, don't you care about your life? Why are you living your life so carelessly?
That has 1 million views.
Yeah, that's slander.
That is literally a case. Okay? Just that video. Now, there's tons more stuff there.
Yeah.
Lots.
I know.
But that has literally 1 million views.
It's slander.
Now, that's not going to affect our lives? Of course it is. 1 million views, dude. That's insane.
I don't know why you try to promote slander. Like I said, if you're against Trump for slandering, you certainly should be against yourself for slandering someone. And putting out what you think may be going on because you want to try to invent some kind of boogeyman in me. I haven't done anything to anyone. I'm just speaking the truth. And I don't care if you don't like this truth or not. I don't care. Because this is for my peace of mind. that I know I defended myself. I will say gabapentin is wonderful for people who have mood disorders. Gabapentin has very much stabilized my mood. It's made me stay calm. You know, normally I guess you would assume that I would be yelling and screaming, like I used to. But because of medication, I don't do that anymore because I don't feel like I'm on the edge, I guess, mood-wise. I'm very calm now. Very calm and quiet, to tell you the truth. I don't talk to a lot of people. I don't want to talk to a lot of people, to tell you the truth. But gabapentin makes me very calm and relaxed. And that's one thing. If you have a mood disorder, I personally recommend gabapentin to help calm you down. It's wonderful, wonderful. And the wonderful thing about gabapentin is it's not addictive. So I don't have to worry about dealing with something like taking an oxycodone or something, for instance. I told my doctor I cannot go on oxycodone. Last time you prescribed that to me, I was throwing up every time I take it. So I got on gabapentin, and I have to say I very much think it's a good medication, and I understand why so many people are on that medication, because not only does it help you with pain, it stabilizes your mood, so you're not as wound up as you would be without it, I guess you could say. But I have to say I'm in a lot of pain most of the time. I'm in a lot of pain, and that's one of the reasons why I don't like being on camera anymore either. Because you can visibly see the pain in my face. I look sick, and I don't want people to see me that way, to look that sick. It bothers me to even look at myself. Alright? So, you know. But I'm managing. I'm managing. But I just want to let people know that I don't appreciate messages from people who are condescending and rude and tell me off just because they saw something and they thought it was true, and they just feel like they just yell at someone. First of all, that type of behavior is inappropriate. Second, I don't know who you are, and if you come at someone like that, things can happen. You know, there were times in my life where I came after people like that. I did. And I felt bad I felt bad afterwards. You know, because it's like, how would I feel if I said those things to myself? You know? Have you ever thought maybe to be kind to someone who you think is problematic, to try to get to know them before you blatantly judge them with accusations that aren't true? I don't know. I'm just thinking the way I would want to be treated, you know, or how I would conduct myself in a situation like that. Like, I saw what was said about Colleen Ballinger, but guess what? I didn't say anything about Colleen Ballinger. I didn't go onto her channel and attack her viciously. Because you know why? Why would I waste my energy like that and be mean to someone who already is feeling bad enough as it is, okay? They got caught. Trust me, they feel bad. I don't know. Like, it's just inappropriate to go after people constantly. And I know I had a problem once where I did that. But I learned that it was inappropriate. I learned that reacting harshly and in the moment doesn't do you any good but make you look nutty and bad looking. I mean, and then people get the wrong idea about you.
Yeah, that's because they play it over and over.
Yeah.
They take the worst time when they push you right over the edge of the cliff and you're mad.
Mm-hmm.
And they will play that like that's you, and that's all people know you as.
Yeah, but that's not true.
No.
You know, did you ever think to yourself, maybe I reacted to being pushed several times? Maybe I felt threatened. Maybe I didn't know how to handle the situation. Maybe I suffer from a mental illness called borderline personality disorder, and one of the main triggers is rejection and loss. And feeling constantly rejected as a borderline is torture. And a lot of these people knew that it was torture. They knew that's how you press a borderline's buttons, is just keep presenting loss after loss after loss. And yeah, I reacted just like a borderline would when they get a loss or they feel betrayed. I reacted according to my mental illness. And instead of people understanding what I'm going through, they twisted it and made it seem like I was intentionally trying to hurt people. And that's never what I try to do. Yeah, I'm yelling and screaming. I had a problem with stabilizing my mood. And it was used against me. Instead of being understood, whoa, calm down. Are you okay? Are you okay? Like, I wish someone did that when I was like that. Like, whoa, calm down. Are you okay? Let's like, chill out, you know? I would have liked to be treated that way. Jason, in a lot of ways, has done that plenty of times. Especially in the early years online. You talked me down plenty of times.
Well, you know, I always felt like I should be that. I'm the unity guy, you know. I'm the cookies and cream Christianity guy, whatever. Let certain guys say that.
Yeah, but it helped me.
Good. You can't lose with love, and that's all I was saying. It's like we got to stop hating on each other. If we're supposed to show the world what we are as believers, we got to stop that.
Yeah.
It's not good.
There's too much hate in the world.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the world's sick of it.
I do too.
But do you know what the internet is filled with? People that thrive on it.
Yeah. But see, it's
On
not
Twitter.
it's not as popular as it used to be, so they're kind of becoming the underdogs.
Yeah, and we heard today that they might outright ban reaction channels.
Yep.
I mean, that's, wow. Really? Outright ban them. Gone. All of them. I don't
It would help a lot of people from feeling like they're being harassed.
Yeah. I don't see how they exist in the first place because it's all technically theft of your personal copyright through YouTube.
Correct. I think you should ask permission before you use someone's videos.
That's how it is in law. You can't just use work.
Yes,
Fair
I'm
use.
sick of hate. Let's focus on the positive. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I've been doing, is focusing on positive things. That's why I'm not on social media like I used to be.
Ugh.
You know, it's like there's so much negative in social media.
Ugh.
And I wish there was like, I hate to say it, I wish there was like a safe place on the internet where you can't have hate. You know?
Yeah.
I just wish there was a safe spot like that where there's like hate is not allowed in any shape or form.
There's communities,
I-
I'm sure, that,
I-
you know,
Yeah, there's probably communities like that.
stress-free communities.
Yeah.
On like Facebook, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Because there are plenty of people that if you're the type to get messed with in the head, it does. So there's lots of people, I'm sure, and they have to have support groups for that.
Yeah.
There's lots of vulnerable, I'd say it's girls mainly,
Mm-hmm.
females that are vulnerable, that they do horrible things to themselves and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they get so upset with. I've heard plenty with that crap. It's just negative.
Yeah.
Very bad for
and-
mental health.
It is. It is. And my mental health, before I left everything behind, my mental health was horrible. I was in shambles. I was you know, how can I say it?
I don't know.
I was at the darkest point in my life, I think. And then I gave myself a break from it all. And I started getting more interested in other things and doing other things, you know. And sticking to my therapist. I started doing things that are positive, in the positive direction, not like this negative direction. Because I realized that I matter too. I matter too. I was so stuck in this vicious cycle of emotional abuse from these people online that I didn't think I was good enough to have joy. I didn't think I was good enough to be happy. Like, I'd feel guilty over being happy, and enjoying myself. And, because for years, every time I enjoyed myself online, there's someone invalidating me, invalidated me, invalidated me. And that's not good. That's not good when you hear just constant invalidation from people. That's not good for your mind. Like I said, it's like when you're stuck in that, and I feel bad for these people too, because they're stuck in that mindset. It's almost like being schizophrenic in a way, because it's all these voices, all these suggestions. You should do this, you should do this, you should be this way, you should be this way, you should be this way, you're no good, you're horrible, blah 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 blah, boop boop blah blah. Just so much that it will literally drive you crazy. And I know these people are at this point that they're stuck in this cycle of abuse. They're stuck in this cycle of gossip, or what the Bible says, the leaven of the Pharisees, or you could say bad company corrupts good manners. It's true. It's very true. But when you start focusing on the positive things in your life, in your situations, you start seeing a light, and you start seeing that not everything is as negative. And I could say the same thing with people who are in like the MAGA cult, because I think the one thing that MAGA and these reactionary hate channels do is what they have in common is they have this constant paranoia that someone's up to no good. Just constantly, someone's up to no good. And they try to find any angle they can to try to make whoever they target the enemy. And it's I feel bad for these people because I don't think they realize what they're doing. They think they're doing good, but really what they're doing is they're destroying lives for the sake of their feels. And I hate to put it in such a term, but it is. You feel this certain way about someone, and you project your anger onto a person who you're angry with, whatever you think they did. And the person's like, what? Now let's look at it from a different angle. To the person who you're trying to project your anger toward, they're looking at you and they're thinking, what's wrong with you? Why are you angry at me? What did I do to you? And the answer is nothing. So if you have nothing other than your projected anger towards someone, usually when you're angry at someone, it's usually a projection of what you don't like about yourself, and you're throwing your anger at that person and projecting your anger at something that you're angry about yourself. Like, dude, if you're going to be angry at someone for living their life, you really need to check yourself and realize that your feelings may not be the truth sometimes. Sometimes it just may be an emotional release that just happened at the moment. But it certainly should not, come to this point where you're constantly judging someone based on your feelings at the time you had when you heard something about someone. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's best to try to get to know someone before you judge them. In fact, that's probably always the best answer, is to get to know someone before you judge them, especially when it's like online, or you're dealing with like celebrities and stuff like that, or you're dealing with like people who are content creators, you know, people who put themselves out there, you know what I mean? It's best not to believe everything you hear about these people, because what if they're innocent and you got all emotionally wrecked over a lie, and you projected your anger that you have within yourself onto that person because you haven't healed from that wound yet.
Onision. Sorry, excuse me.
But like, really, all I can say is like, these people who are so angry and wanting to take things out onto people, they, to me now, how I look at them is they are people that need to heal. They have not healed from their own problems. And I'm a distraction to these people's problems. And I'm telling you, I don't want you to use me as a distraction to your problems. I want you to remedy your problems and heal from your problems. Because if you're focusing all your attention on someone else, when do you have time to focus on yourself? Start focusing on yourself, and maybe you won't be so angry. Because I started focusing on myself, and I stopped being angry. Because I wasn't projecting onto others anymore. Anyway, I hope you have a good night. Peace and Maranatha. Love yourself, love others, be kind. It's important. I hope you guys find love and you find peace, because that will help you. All right, bye.